guys, it's Chelsea of the Lit Sisters, and I am back again today to bring you my June TBR. So let's just hop right into that. The first book on my TBR for this month is The Shadowhunters Codex, and this is by Cassandra. It's by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis. I don't know who that is, but apparently he helps the writer. This is like a companion book to the Mortal Instruments series. They talk about this book in that series and in the Infernal Devices. It's sort of like the handbook for becoming a shadow hunter. It's a really interesting read. It's a sort of like a reference book, so it's really hard just to sit and read this. I think I'm just gonna like read little bits throughout the month. One thing that I do really like, this book is written as if it's Clary's Shadowhunters Codex, so there's all sorts of like notes from like Simon and Jace and Clary in here. Like anytime you see like writing like that on the book, that's what that is. It's like little introductions from all of them. So that's really fun to read. It makes it a little bit more interesting because, like I said, it is a very kind of dry read. I am already this far in it though, so I'm really excited to read this because I am gonna read all these little not main storyline books before I start the Lady Midnight, because I want to get all the information I can before I start the new Cassandra Clare series. So I'm gonna read Shadowhunters Codex, the Magnus Bane Chronicles, and then Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, and then I'm gonna get Lady Midnight, just so I'm like fully caught up before I start the new Cassandra Clare series, which I'm really excited to read because I did really enjoy Infernal Devices and Mortal Instruments. The next book on my TBR is This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. And I am really liking this book. I only have about 100 pages left, and it's super cute. This book is about a boy who accidentally sends an email to the wrong address about his pet pig and ends up in this correspondence with this girl who lives in a different part of the country, who they probably don't really have much of a chance of meeting, but they build up this like fun interchange and end up being good friends, good pen pal friends, I would say. And then, surprise of the life to the girl in this book, the boy ends up being a movie star, and he gets his movie to film in her hometown, so they get a chance to meet. And there's a lot of complications and everything, and it's just a really cute book. I don't know, I've been in the mood for romance books, which is really unusual for me because I don't really like romantic comedy type stuff. You can ask anyone in my family. I'm not really big on romantic comedies, but I don't know, I'm just in a kick right now, and I've really liked this one. It's so cute. I'm getting a little bit frustrated by all the weird things that are happening and all the circumstances. I just want them to be together, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm probably gonna finish it either today or tomorrow because I obviously don't have much left, so I'm really excited about this one. Next book that I want to read this month is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I've heard nothing but really good things about this book. It's, from what I gather, it's about these two twins, and it follows them when as they're children and then as they're older, and then it follows like one twin's perspective when they're children and one twin's perspective when they're older, and that there's something that happened in between they were younger and older where there's like a schism and they're not as close as they used to be. So it's like one half of the story and then the other half of the story. So I'm really excited to read this. I've heard nothing but good things. It's a really pretty book, and I'm real excited. I think this won the Prince Award for young adult literature. And it's just something I've been wanting to read for a while, and I think just this month I'm gonna have a chance to get to it, so I'm excited to read it. Excited is the key word of today's TBR. Okay, and the next book on my TBR is After the Snow by S.D. Crockett. This is a fantasy book. It's sort of like a dystopian novel. I think it takes place in the future after some sort of cataclysmic event. And something happens where this boy lives with his family, but he like loses his family, so he has to like try and go and find them in this world that he doesn't really know anything about because he's been sheltered in this like forest area. I think that's what it is. I'm not really too sure on the details because I don't want to be spoiled, but I'm pretty sure that's like the basic summary I got from like reading the back of it and everything like that. It seems interesting. I do like fantasy and dystopian novels, so it's not really not that long, so it seemed like a quick read that I could get really back into fantasy. So I've been reading a lot of contemporary, and I wanted to get at least one fantasy book in this month because fantasy is my jam. Alright, and the last book on my TBR is going to come from my TBR jar. Read a book by an author from a different country than you. This is gonna take some research, so hold on. So the last book that for my TBR jar is going to be The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, because she is from the UK. I Googled it. It took me a minute to find one because I'm like, I don't know who's from where. But she is from the UK, which is a different country than I'm from, so this will fit my TBR jar, and I've been wanting to read this book anyway. My good friend Jennifer got this for me, so it'll be interesting to read. This is like another like fantasy dystopian kind of book, so I'm excited to read this. I've heard really good things about this one too. This is the TBR for the month of June. Yay, books and reading and getting back on track. So thank you for watching. Heather will be out with a video later this week, and I will be back with you next week. I swear it's gonna happen. We're back on track with this channel. I know I say that a lot, but I mean it for reals this time. If you liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments about our TBR or what your TBR is, please leave comments in the section down below. And thank you for watching. Happy reading!